What's up guys, Kitty here. Today I'm gonna bring you the best Pikachu EX counter. We've all been wrecked by Pikachu EX and friends, right? So this is the best deck that you can deal with those pesky Pikachu EX decks. But speaking of which, have you checked out my Pikachu EX guide and among other guides? If not, then definitely check them out and sub to the channel for free for more awesome content just like this, and slap the left button so hard just like your parents used to slap you when you were a naughty kid. Now let's begin. So here is the deck list. Okay, the name of the game is 4 Marowaks. Usually when you only run... Okay, you only can run 2 cards of the same, name, right? But with EX and normal Marowak, you can actually run 4 of them in the same deck. Well, sometimes when you only got 2 evolution cards, say in a Staryu Starmie EX deck, it's sometimes tough to draw the Starmie EX and you kind of break and get wrecked. But with this, it's definitely okay because you're 100% going to start with your Cubone because it is the only basic Pokemon in the deck. So you're going to definitely open up with a Cubone in the active spot, and then with 2 Marowaks and 2 Marowak EXs, well, it's very easy for you to draw into them. Yeah, with 4 instead of 2, the chances of getting them in your hand is exponentially increased. So you don't have to worry about consistency at all. And now let's talk about the 2 Marowaks. Okay, let's talk about Marowak EX first. We all know this card is crazy. With just 2 energy, you can hit upwards of 160 damage. And of course, when you're fighting against electric type cards, well, plus 20 damage, so it's 180 damage. So you just knock out anything. You flip 2 heads, Pikachu EX is gone. And of course, if you don't draw your Marowak EX and you got your Marowak, it's actually okay as well. Because with Bone Beats Down, it deals 40, which is 60 because of weakness. You actually 2-shot a Pikachu EX. And Pikachu EX cannot 1-shot you, even with a full bench. If they want to 1-shot you, they'll have to get a Giovanni, which sometimes does not happen. If they don't draw into that and a perfect hand with all the basic Pokemon they need on the bench, then they're just gonna get 2-shot by a 1-point card, which is kinda crazy. That is why this deck is so great against those Pikachu EX decks. And of course, late game. If you need another late game staple sweeper that's tanky and deals decent damage, then Kabutops is gonna do the trick. And of course, because Dome Fossil is not really a basic Pokemon, you never start with it, so you can always get that Cubone. So yeah, that's what makes this deck so consistent. And let's talk about the other cards. We got Potion to heal up, Pokeball, Dome Fossil of course, then Research, Giovanni, and Sabrina. And that, ladies and gents, is your best Pikachu EX counter. Now let's jump right into some games and see how we slap people with this 4 Marowak deck. So the first game, we're gonna see how this deck matches up against the Pikachu EX right away. Oh well, we're definitely gonna open up with Cubone, remember? So we just Pokeball here, thin out the deck and draw our second Cubone. Sadly, the other Pokeball is kind of useless, but well, we do need as much Pokeballs as possible just to be able to thin out our deck, because we really need those 2 Cubones. Otherwise, things are gonna look really awkward if we don't have enough Cubones. Because you know what? We have an abundance of Marowak and Marowak EXs in the deck. If we don't draw 2 Cubones, we can't do anything with our evolution cost, right? So this is why we need those card draw and the Pokeballs to find the other Cubone. And the earlier we place them down, the better. Because we don't want to get, too clunky with our hands and not being able to evolve our Cubone into Marowak in time. Otherwise, things are going to look really stupid. And now that we got a Fossil, we can play around potential Sabrina traps. And thank you for that red card. For the Marowak plus Marowak EX. I mean, you guys know how I feel about the red card, right? I'm kind of thinking maybe I should make a video on how bad red card is. And this is actually a good clip for red. Like, oh, they red card and gave us 2 Marowaks. That's how we beat Pikachu EX easily. Is when they red card us into the Marowak that we need. And as you can see, we slap them first. And let's see what you can do, little Pikachu. I mean, 1 energy plus another Pokemon which they have. And Giovanni actually kills off the Marowak. So, let's see if they got it. Okay, it's a final card, a Giovanni. If not, then I think we're good. We're good. So our next evolution should be the Marowak EX. Correct? Because their bench looks really threatening. The thing is, they don't got enough energies yet. Yeah, they are gonna slap us for at least 90 here. Please don't KO us. They're ticking. Okay, I think this isn't looking too good because they got the potion. Yeah, that's another problem. Because Marowak barely takes out Pikachu EX in 2 shots. And now that we got our Marowak EX, next turn we're definitely gonna slap him hard. Well, I guess there's nothing much to do except for going for the attack here. Boom, beat down. Oh, almost got him. That potion though. If it wasn't for that potion, we would have been in quite an awesome situation. But now it's kind of anyone's game for obvious reasons. Yeah, that potion. Come on. They only get 1 card. I don't understand why they take so long to decide on their next step. Like, come on. Surviving with 10 HP though, that is huge as well. But well, I don't think it matters too much because Marowak EX comes in and it's either gonna do huge damage or no damage, which is going to be surprisingly awkward if you think about it. Please don't. Okay, we need to flip. Nice, we need to flip heads. And we do a whooping 180 damage to the 20 HP Pikachu. It's like, please don't waste my luck. It's not often I get 2 heads. And I think, okay, I do get 2 heads very often. It's when I get the extreme overkill. Like, they got 10 HP left. Flip for 160 damage. Oh, it's the end of the game. I already failed a Misty at the start of the game. So now the late game Misty that does not matter gets me like 3 heads. Like, come on. I don't need that. I just need an early Misty head flip. Like, at least 1 energy. That's good enough. But I don't get that. I wonder why. Okay, so Pikachu EX. What are you gonna do, little Pikachu? Okay, they're never gonna KO the Marowak EX here, so I don't have to be worried. And now, ladies and gents, this is the play that you want to make. I mean, just in case I flip 2 tails here, I'm going to evolve my Kabuto. I mean, yeah, I evolve into my Kabuto. But anyway, let's see what they decide to bring in. It doesn't really matter, honestly, because we only have to flip 1 head to KO that. Guys, you see the difference? With Pikachu EX, we have to flip 2 heads, but with the benched Pokemon, Marowak EX only has to flip 1 head to kill them. And of course, you want to do everything correctly, so you maximize your chances of winning. And then the RNG gods are going to bless you. Otherwise, you're gonna flip 0 heads. So, this is it. Now, all the plays... Okay, this is not BM. I'm just scared that I'm not gonna get the KO. So I will evolve into my Kabuto as well. Sadly, we don't got a Kabutops. But hey, let's see what you can do about it. Okay, one hatch, that's enough for us to get the victory. And that's exactly what we got. And it's good enough. So there we go. We slapped that Substriker. And Substriker, I honestly don't think it's a good card to include. I mean, yeah, it performs in tournaments, but this is not tournament, it's solo play, guys. And in most of the cases, if you slap with Pikachu, you win very fast. You don't even need that Substriker. I'm gonna go into more detail in my next video, because I want to tell you guys how bad Substriker is in a Pikachu EX deck. But anyways, this is how you slap Pikachu EX decks with a Marowak and Marowak EX. So here you go. And now let's move on to our next victim. Another Cubone start, which is not surprising, because it is definitely gonna happen. And look at that little Pikachu. Yeah, this is the OG Pikachu card. This is the first Pikachu card. And look at that art. Oh, it's so awesome. I really missed that Pikachu. Look, it's kind of chubby. And now Pikachu is, I don't know, is on diet and had way too much exercise. It's kind of lean, but I don't think it looks that healthy. I mean, ugh. I like the chubby Pikachu. It's kind of cute. But anyway, let's go for the Growl. And Growl actually sometimes help you because it mitigates a bit of damage. And just like that, even if they attack, they're gonna do 0 damage. That's pretty important on Cubone as well. You preserve your health, so when you evolve, it's less likely they take you down. Like the Marowak, the normal Marowak, right? If Pikachu EX has the Giovanni, it KOs you. But even if they didn't, if they get a little bit damage on you beforehand, then the 90 damage with Pikachu EX does take you down. So with Cubone's Growl, it actually prevents that. That is why Cubone is so good against Pikachu EX. But now, they don't draw into their Pikachu EX. Or maybe they're extremely crazy and just run Raichu plus Magneton. I mean, definitely check out my Pikachu EX guide, guys. The Raichu version is hands down the best, because it hits for so much damage that Pikachu EX does not. Because a lot of times, if you're playing against something like a Mewtwo EX and you desperately need that KO, Pikachu EX cannot do that. But if you have a Raichu on your bench and you Lieutenant Surge, it actually gives you some surprise KOs. But speaking of which, we do flip enough heads to KO that Raichu. And there we go, guys. This is how you win quickly against electric type decks. And Marowak EX is just OP. It's a card that you can get early for free by just picking the Mewtwo pack. And there we go. It's doing wonders. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. We just left them in like 2 minutes. And now let's move on to our final victim. Alright, you guys might ask, if you're not matched up against a Pikachu EX deck, isn't this deck bad? No, this deck is never ever bad, because you've got Marowak EX. Like, why would this deck be bad ever if you've got a card that attacks for 160 damage with 2 energy? But quote, that is if you are able to flip 2 heads constantly. But hey, there's the dream. And we always work towards our dream. Yeah, this is a pretty decent hand. We got Pokeball, Research, all the good stuff. And guys, always go for Pokeball first and then Research. Otherwise, if we draw into the Cubone and then Research, then the Pokeball is useless, right? I mean, we Research first and then draw into Cubone. Then the Pokeball will be useless. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Okay, Cubone is growling. Not really doing much, but hey. We just like to see the full art. Look at that. I really like this design as well. It looks really cute. Oh, Wigglytuff EX. We all know what's happening. Is these Stupid players trying to put people to sleep all the time. Oh, we do top deck into Marowak EX. I was kind of worried at that point, but now that I see Marowak EX, I feel so zen. I mean, we just calm down. Because Marowak EX is so strong. Look at this. Okay, we only have to flip one hash to get rid of that 2 energy on the mountain. I mean, Metal, I think it does okay with a Butterfree. But if you don't draw your, Caterpie into Metapod Butterfree line, then it is not really that good. Because it's too slow. You need 4 energy to hit for 120. But hey, we actually deal with this mountain. And the Wigglytuff is literally a punching bag. Oh, I wanted to flip 2 heads to KO that to end off the video, but sadly, they did not give us a chance and conceded. But as you can see, Marowak EX do wonders. Yeah, I'm pretty confident if I had to fight that Wigglytuff EX, we could just go for the turn 1, flip 2 heads and KO them. But anyways, this is how we beat different decks, especially those pesky Pikachu EX decks with the 4 Marowak deck. If you guys have enjoyed this, don't forget to sub for free and stay tuned for more awesome content just like this, and slap the button so hard just like parents used to stop being when we were a naughty kid. And of course, check out some of my other guides on Pokemon Pocket TCG. Have a great day, everyone, and peace out.